You see the Boston Bruins like even going into a mini slump from here on in. I think as we speak, I think they've pretty much filled in the
They just
Philadelphia
rolled the Flyers,
Flyers
yeah.
again
It was
today.
just unbelievable. They made him look like just absolutely filled him in would be the right word. Would be the right word. And that's what I mean. DeBrusk is having a career year, and he's not playing right now either. So, I mean, there's a guy in their top six that they're only going to get better as well. So, and again, it looks like I think you mentioned Kepper. Like, is this goalie going to be able to maintain it? Well, I mean, it was only the Philadelphia Flyers today, but he looked like he had a little bit of his swagger back as well.
Do you see this Boston Bruins team actually going out there and you mentioned the trade deadline and maybe it's coming down to that, but is there a chance that they could mess with this chemistry? You've been there before as an executive. Is there the thought that bringing in someone is as easy as it could sound, that Bo Horvat would be great and a guy that can certainly go on past Bergeron or Krejci? Is there a chance that executives sit around and go, why mess with a good thing?
I think, well, it depends what's moving out, what kind of piece is moving out, because obviously you don't want any part of that chemistry that you have in your dressing room having to give up. I alluded in our situation, we needed a sniper, and we went out and got Marian Gaborik, who wasn't, Gabby was great for our team because he just came in and he was a shooter. But I think the addition that the Bruins make, I don't think it's so much of an offensive weapon. Like if they could ever, and I don't know how the hell they do it, but I keep hearing Jonathan Tays' name attached to them as well. If they can add somebody that's got that, like a Foligno, like Nick Foligno, there's just seamless chemistry. Like they're that throwback type leader. That would be like another seamless, the way this team seems to get along and look after each other and care about each other. So that type of player, I'm sure Horvat would be the same, probably a lot more. I would assume it'd be more assets for, with the age and stuff like that. But no, I think Boston is going to be creative. I think Toronto's got that added cap space. I mean, obviously you hate to see someone get injured down the stretch that could provide that extra blanket or that extra cash that someone like Muzzin's providing right now, but there's still time to play out before that happens. I just find it amazing though, when you look at certain teams and what they're paying defensemen and how many true number one defensemen there are anymore in the National Hockey League. Like and you look at the salaries associated, like I did not know Darnell Nurse was making $925 for a lot of years. And that's tough. That's a tough contract. And he's a very good player, but I wouldn't, he's not Hedman. He's not one of those guys that's just an absolute pure number one. And that's a lot of money to be tied up in it. And I mean, you're talking about adding Carlson, who's at 11.5 for I think 4 or 5 more years. Obviously, there's going to have to be a lot of salary retained, but he's been pretty sleepy for a few years, which maybe it was just his surroundings. And obviously, he's been phenomenal this year and is going to kickstart any team. But there's a lot of cabbage left on that ticket, and you'd certainly want to make sure it's a good fit for him.